Mitch Miller here. It is Monday, April 11th, 2022 at 6:26 p.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to my little video journal here. And for the last two, I've been going through my criminal and mental health record. Just to clarify my side of things for any politicians or leaders that want to work with me. I want to be open about my record, my history. So today's pretty brief. I'm going to talk about my second underage. So far I've gone over my first underage, which was as a minor and was expunged. My paraphernalia and possession charge, which only the paraphernalia stuck, and I got ARD for that, which was expunged. Then about a couple weeks before my 21st birthday, I got my second underage. This was plead down to disorderly conduct, and it's probably the first thing, if you were searching my criminal record, that would show up, the earliest thing. Unless you work for the government, then you can probably see every detail of everything. A couple weeks before my birthday, September 3rd, I was down at college at the University of Pittsburgh. I had been in the fraternity for must have been a year and a half now. And I think it was a Thursday night. We had kegs at the fraternity house, red Solo cups. Me and three other people decided to leave the fraternity house and go to the one guy's house, Jay Schaefer's house, his apartment, which was 2 blocks from the house, from the fraternity house, right next to Mitchell's Corner Bar, which is no longer there. They just shut it down. But my name is Mitchell, so that's where I actually celebrated my 21st birthday. But before that, we decided to leave the fraternity house, the safety of the fraternity house, venture over to my friend's apartment. It was getting later, and I don't know whose idea it was, but somebody decided it was a good idea to take our red Solo cups full of beer along with us. So here we are walking through the main intersection of Craig Street and Center Avenue, walking down Center. There used to be a Giant Eagle there. We get to the end of the building of the Giant Eagle and just turn the corner where you can see the entrance to Mitchell's. And of course there were 2 police standing there, Pittsburgh police. They must have got called to Mitchell's. It was a pretty rowdy bar back in its day. And just so happened they were standing outside when we rounded the corner with our cups. So they proceeded to call us over. Two of our party of 4 went right over to the police. Me and another guy briskly walked down, Melwood Street, where his apartment was, towards his apartment, and they kept yelling at us. We dumped the beer pretty much immediately, walked briskly away. When we realized our 2 friends were just over talking to them, to the police officers, me and the other guy came over to join the group. Now I walked briskly away because, as I said before, my experience with the police was that they would find any reason to charge you with something. That's their job, charging juveniles with charges to get that fine money. And sure enough, when we joined the group over there, the other 2 were showing them their IDs, and they asked for our IDs. They kept me and the other guy that walked away ID and said, we're not going to charge these 2 that came over and talked to us, but we're going to charge you both with underage drinking. A little bit of unfair bias there, but trying to teach us a lesson. When the cops call you over, you go over and talk to them. At least in the city of Pittsburgh, I guess. So I got charged with underage drinking, 2 weeks before my 21st birthday. Hired a lawyer, was able to talk to the police officer, and he dropped it to a disorderly conduct. Yeah, that's pretty much the story. I mean, like, I'm not gonna deny that I did dumb things when I was growing up. Did I deserve all these charges? Maybe I did. I don't know. I was a pretty good person, though, growing up, too. I was a pretty decent person, so I don't know. You tend to get jaded when you get all these charges and feel like you're just getting charged for things you don't deserve. But maybe I did deserve these charges for some reason. Anyhow, that's that charge. So we've gone through 3 charges I've had on my criminal record. I guess I wouldn't be so jaded if it didn't affect your employment. I mean, technically I could be working some office job, making over $100,000 a year, being a creative type or something, but if they run my record, all this stuff hypothetically could show up. It ruins your life when you charge these things. If it was just a fine, a night in jail, and you've served your time, your debt to society, and it wasn't a criminal record that stayed, then that would be one thing. That's the way it used to be. But now employers can see this. And I understand for violent offenders why it's necessary. Certain jobs you cannot have violent offenders or sex offenders and things like that. But for non-violent underage drinking and marijuana charges, anyway, that's opinion. So I'll end this to keep it brief. Tune in next time when I talk about my DUI charge once again in Franklin. DUI checkpoint. First time the evil Johnson & Johnson /CIA satellite made contact and made me drive into a DUI checkpoint. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what's up there? Let's regulate space.